still here in the lower bracket, so it is do or die time. Only game one of the BO3 though, so we'll see if we see these teams maybe play a little bit more safe. We've seen that a lot in this lower bracket.
I don't think T1 can afford to play safe this game.
Whitemon up on the high ground. Earth spikes there. First blood for Tavo. SG won't get ahead here with that first kill. Zephyr looking for a high five, maybe trying to distract them from going in on a 23. Ooh. And they backed off of him for a second. God's Rebuke, one more shot. Double kill for Tavo.
And like the panel was saying as well, I think they can punish really hard. The amount of fights that T1 need to win the game, I think, is so many. But if SG win like 1 or 2 fights, then they look really strong.
I actually don't see him with this ward on the high ground at the moment. This Obs is here for SG, and it does spot Zephyr coming over, and Theocore is going to spot Whitemon coming in. Theocore doesn't stop.
Mid lane,
now the arrow hits. ADR in trouble, and he's dead. And gets that early offlane tower. Cuckoo now without a tower to have some protection by. See what he does with this, because we've seen these Venges in the offlane go treads into the Ags, and that's probably the way they want to go. Wukong's command with the spear, and ADR is here to get the kill on a 23. They're going to look over now for a second on a Whitemon, and ADR's got a double.
The game plan for SG is going okay at the moment.
Ooh, smoke from Theocore as well as ADR. They've got the Fiend's Grip onto the Lion, but I don't know if that's going to work out. Arrow does hit. They land the Split Earth on a Whitemon. Now the Eclipse coming in from Costa Mile. ADR gets the kill on a Whitemon. They're going to look over at Zephyr, who gets that level 6 and goes into the Moonlight Shadow immediately. They're going with him and leaps over to the other side. They've got the Sentry, though, within the range, and Zephyr, just by the skin of his teeth, is able to leave.
Yeah, he could do. I mean, we've seen a lot of early BKBs on Monkey. I think Arme was doing this as well, wasn't he? The Echo into the BKB. This Echo item just so good at the moment for disassembling.
Tavo looking to get around and maybe get an Arena in. He's right here. Arena around on 3. The Wukong's is in, though, and he's all by himself. So Tavo taking out quickly. They've got the Arena down. They have the swap coming out from Cuckoo, and now can they continue to go for more? The Hex is out here on a Whitemon. Theocore doesn't have enough mana for the finger yet, but he pops that wand, throws the finger over, gets the kill on a Cuckoo. They've lost ADR. That's going to be 3 dead on the side of SG as KJ's dropped 2. Theocore goes down, and 4 heroes die on SG Esports.
Blow them up quickly, and the Axe Revenge is coming out on the Courier. It's going to be a really bad timing for SG if they get it in time.
And they'll get the Arena with the Blink. They've also got the Spear and a Cuckoo. They'll get the kill. They'll take the Venge with the Ags coming through. They actually didn't even need to use that finger. And the tier 1 over mid is going to go down. They've got the Diabolic Edict at level 4.
There's a DD bot here as well.
ADR. Arrow comes in, lands. He's silenced. Maybe in some trouble. Sonic Wave comes through. They get the kill on ADR. They look over Tavo. Tavo healed up thanks to the mech. They've got the relocate in a couple seconds. I don't know if it's going to be quick enough, though. Tavo, he's under the tower. He's down low. He's dead. And 23 Savage has himself a killing spree.
Like, after those, those kills that T1 got, they are pushed ahead a little bit in terms of net worth, and with the Venjax, they feel so strong right now.
ADR, they've got the arrow to follow it up. That's going to land under the Leshrac into the Wukong's command, but they've got the Arena down. The Spear only lands on a Whitemon. They get the kill on ADR. They end up losing Cuckoo, but Cuckoo's got that Axe. So he throws the Magic Missile, goes to Melee on the run. One more shot so they can get the kill on the Luna, and they finally finish him off. It's Cuckoo who gets credit for it. And now they'll find a third as Theocore dies.
Lion was DC'd. They tried to unpause on SG when the Lion was still DC'd. That's fantastic.
Lands the Spear, and there's the Boundless Strike Magic Missile. Triple kill for 23 Savage.
Congratulations to all the 1s and the 2s.
Yeah, you guys are winners together.
Smiley face. Do you know what's so annoying as well? Like this Venge Axe, you don't get anything for killing the illusion, right?
Swap, and now they've got the Lucent Beam Costa Mila coming over, but the rest of T1, can they help out? Have the Nightmare out on a Tavo. There's the Eclipse. They'll get the kill on a Cuckoo, but again, he's got that Axe, so he has himself that illusion. I think that was cleared up pretty quickly. They look over at 23's popping the BKB and TPing out, so he'll escape, and they bought back on Theocore.
It's only really the Luna that has any net worth at the moment for SG. And you want to punish that, like, these 2 cores being a little bit behind, right? On the Mars and the Lesh. I mean, it's easy for us to see.
Be able to do so. Primal Spring as well as the Balance Strike Arrow, but the BKB's been popped by Costa Mila. They've got Carl on the backlines. The Lucent Beam is there. They've also got the Hex from Theocore. There's the Earth Spike that damages him, but they've got the swap on Cuckoo. Nightmare. There's the save. Carl gets the BKB off. The arena's going to be down around the Queen of Pain as well as the Venge. They've got themselves a second life on the Venge. The Sonic Wave hits onto Tavo. There's the swap into the Wukong's command. Tavo trying to get around out of this one. But the magic missile and the balance strike is enough to get the kill onto this Mars.
They leaving the pit? Oh, he gets the DD on 23 Savage, so they are going to go for it. Okay.
They're going to go for it, and they backed up on SG to smoke, now to go all the way out and around, but this is going to be the long path, and they're going to be too late.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to be really surprised. I think they're going to be so surprised that they just walked into the pit.
They'll find the Bane, and they've got the Aegis into the hands of 23, but the swap, ooh, finger out on the Cuckoo. It's not going to be enough damage to get the kill just yet, but they've got the Earth Spike, they get the kill on the Theokor as well as Cuckoo. They have the grip out onto the Mars. Tavo stuck in place. Sonic Wave comes in, they get the kill on the ADR as well as Tavo. Now the Eclipse is coming down, but Ghost Amelia is dead. 23, he'll get the kill there. Carl, he'll find KJ in the triple kill. Full team wipe for T1 over SG.
And they use it at the last minute to keep the catapult alive. And there's the mech on the Mirana as well. Jesus. Pipe mech at 27 minutes on a POS 4 is...
With Arcane Boots and an Urn.
Yeah, that's pretty good going.
Pretty much almost has as much gold as Cuckoo. They land the arena, they've got the Spear, they've got the stun, followed up with the Lucent Beam on the Cuckoo, but the swap comes out on an ADR, that's going to put Cuckoo in deeper. They get the kill to KJ, they're going to take out this Wisp. Cuckoo's dead for the first time, but Costa Amelia is in so much trouble, and it's not looking like he's going to get out. He's dead again at 23. They land the Earth Spike onto the Queen of Pain. Carl, he's stunned up via the Spear, but the Boundless Strike on a 3. 23 with an Ultra Kill. Get this man a rampage. He's going to dive in for it, and he wants it so dearly, but Carl will take it. And game 1 will go the way of T1.
What a beatdown. I mean, this game looked really good for SG for a while, right? Like, they were finding some openings and things. I think they took 2 bad fights in the game. Yeah, they have another salve on the Bane here, so Whitemon should be fine.
Supposed to be like dealing with that Anchor Smash. Meanwhile, Carl... EMP, and they've got the Cold Snap. That'll drain Carl of a majority of his mana. The Scorched Earth, burning ADR. Tornado comes out. Carl now sitting low. Meanwhile, top Pustabile is also sitting low. Zephyr needs to be careful of his positioning. Venomous Gale comes out on a Whitemon, but they've got the Nightmare to hit on the Tavo, and it's going to be pulled off by this Mirana. Is that even going to save him, however? They've got the Jingu. Right clicks coming in, and Tavo's going down for first blood. He's gone 4-3-0 with the 1 point in Doom, which is back up. ADR. Trying to make a move onto this Tide, and Cuckoo getting into this tree area behind the tower. And he doesn't have Ravage skill, but they get the Doom on ADR. They're going to chase the Scorched Earth burning. Brain Saps there from Whitemon. Tavo now on the run with Theokor.
He needs to get a ward block off there
the Venom Answer.
And it is difficult to necessarily always get a reliable blink off because of the Veno wards, but...
Coming in again with the relocate, going after Whitemon. Use the good Atos. They have the Rod of Atos. The Venomous Scale comes in. Zephyr trying to TP out, but they've got the Lucent Beam. Not 1, but 2 here for the side of SG Esports. A great rotation for them. Grabs both supports, though Carl continuing to farm up towards top. Monkey King not getting touched. However, SG are moving around the map quite well.
I hate that Centaur Stomp. Cancel.
Ooh, Cuckoo.
If this EMP
tornado, EMP doesn't land, but Theokor, he is on the high ground. He's got 1 leap left. He'll go into the Moonlight Shadow. Yule's into the arrow. That lands on 23. Gush is out. They've got the Nightmare. Have the control, and they'll get the kill on a Theokor. And T1 are still, sitting numbers in the dire jungle. They're all over. They're in the triangle and the main jungle.
The difference is now
BKB, but they've got the Fiend's Grip to follow it up. They'll look over at the Venomancer to get this kill on the Tavo. Lucent Beam from behind them. They're going to relocate in with the BKB beam pop by Costa Amelia if they can survive on Cuckoo, but he's taking a lot of damage, and the right click's coming in. They've got the Lucent Beam, and now he's ending up dead. They take out Whitemon 2 for 1. Doom is used onto the Invoker of ADR, who gets on the high ground. Carl playing very aggressive.
Trying to get the blink off
that BKB is not going to last long, and they've got the Veno Ward to stop the blink. But now BKB, Boundless Strike onto 2, Primal Spring down to the low ground. They don't have the BKBs available on SG, but 23 is just going to TP out. Yule's on himself, trying to get the Yules out onto this Monkey King. Zephyr goes to the Laguna Blade, but he'll die too.
Yeah, not in that scenario.
Ooh, blink in, stun up. Cuckoo gets the Ravage off, but the BKB's going to be there for Costa Bile. Now they'll go after Cuckoo and get the kill. They're going to look over at 23. Tornado comes in. That's going to land. They've got the Sunstrike not even needed as they'll take out 23. SG.
When this Daedalus comes out on the Luna, she's actually going to become like a huge issue, right? As if she wasn't already. But
bottom lane. BKB, Eclipse gets used, Cuckoo on the run, pops that pipe, but it's not looking likely he survives. Venomous Scale is there, and Cuckoo ends up dead. They force the Wukongs, and I believe that's because 23 doesn't have his BKB anymore, and he can't TP out, so he's dead too. Costa Bile with the double kill. SG completely in the driver's seat of this game. They will lose KJ, but that's the price of admission for that fight.
the T1 are not respecting this relocate.
And SG... they're gonna poke at the high ground.
Now, how long do they have left on the Aegis? I think that's the key thing.
They've got about a minute remaining. 4-step back into the base, and Costa Bile is gonna lose that Aegis. It doesn't matter anymore. A minute now turns into no time left. Oh, stun landing on a Cuckoo. They're trying to have the control. The Poison Nova from Tavo. Sunstrike coming through. They get the kill to Cuckoo, but they've got the Wukong's command. They have the Doom. It comes through on a Costa Bile. They run out of the circle that is the Wukongs, and now T1 turn tail and try to get out, but they've got the Rod of Atos. He's still got the Wukongs going. The Ice Wall is down. The control is there. They'll get the kill. They'll take the Monkey King dead for 50 seconds. And all your base belong to me being SG Esports.
What happened to their spells? Like, what cancelled the grip? Because they got a grip on the BKB Luna. I didn't see what it was. And there's just 2 sets of rags. And there's no tier 2 they can... so they can't take the rag spot because of the tier 2. There's a Satanic coming out on the Luna beacon.
Now, only the final tier 3 and the tier 4 stand for the side of T1. It's make or break. LSA, that comes through. They've got the Doom. There's the Ravage on the 5 heroes. They've got the Balance Strike. They'll get the kill. It's perfect from Cuckoo. And here comes T1. ADR trying to do all he can. They've got Coral as well as Cuckoo slowed up. There's the Sunstrike. Not going to land, but the Rod of Atos comes in from Tavo. The TP out from Cuckoo. He's gone. Whitemon a little bit too far forward. They've got the Cold Snap as well as the Spear Vessel on a Whitemon. They'll take out the Bane. Tornado flying through with the BKB being popped by 23. He'll go after Tavo. They get the kill to Coral. Tavo gets credit for that. The TP out from 23. No longer having confidence in that fight.
But honestly, I think if this was a bigger, like, that's really rude. But if it was a different team, like, they would wait for the Rocher and go for that instead. But SG, they want to fight right now.
Yeah, they want to go in. They want to try and get the kill to Cuckoo. They've got the damage coming through, but the Nightmare lands at a Costa Bile. That's going to be pulled off, and they'll look for the tier 3. They've got the Glyph, the Sunstrike. Oh, Cuckoo. Just surviving. He's going to buy a salve while he's in the base. They'll go after Costa Bile, pops the BKB. They've got the Fiend's Grip on the backlines, but the damage being put on to Whitemon. Ooh, push back, disarmed, and now they've got to relocate out. Can they fight without the Luna being here? Are they going to bring both back? I believe they will. Ravage up in 19 seconds. No Wukongs now for 66 seconds.
No BKB on the Luna.
They've got themselves the Yules. That'll land the arrow. Cuckoo Gush. They've broken the Lincolns. Now they've got themselves the Eclipse coming down on the Carl. The damage is going to be there. Costa Bile trying to run. He's
the Satanic.
He gets healed up, but is he going to beat up? Carl going in. The right clicks are through. They've got the Doom, but the Satanic keeping him alive. And now finally, Whitemon run down. 4 heroes, 5 heroes, all gone with the buyback being used here by the Tide. Throws out the Ravage. Doesn't hit on the Costa Bile. The call GG. SG will even up the series at 1.
That's also true. Very, very true.
SG, hyper-aggressive 5-man smoke, trying to make something happen to place the ward down. A little bit of a late reaction from Whitemon. He'll eat the Dragon Tail as well as the arrow and first blood for ADR.
And you have to remember, like, SG, they're playing against the Doom, right? So having the net worth lead when you're against the Doom is really good. It's not to be expected.
Carl coming bottom, immediate Sunder, then the Doom afterwards. Cuckoo does have duel available, and they will get the winner chicken dinner. Should find KJ as a second. No reactions from SG, but that's all the while that they're getting the kill on a Zephyr and finding a courier. Tavo so have a way to cut down the range, and they're gonna go bot, look for Theocore. One more right click will get him. Whitemon gets credit for that kill. ADR trying to make a rotation, see who can find. Astral Step, double step, gets the kill on Whitemon and a free ticket away. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Oh, Doom's actually gone Vanguard. Interesting.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not what I expected.
Going Crimson Guard. It's the blink reveal. KJ's not level 6 yet. That could be a bit of an issue. Aether Remnant locks up Carl. Sunder.
Oh, this. Look.
And then, poof.
Here we go. Here comes the blast.
Sunder comes out, and they're going to go after Carl. Illuminate comes through, and that's going to land on a KJ. Doesn't actually do as much damage as we thought, but they get the duel out onto the Dragon Knight. Carl doing some damage here with the help from the Blinding Light of Zephyr. They get the kill on Tavo and KJ. And Zephyr, some of these Illuminates at these stacks, helping to steal this farm. ADR, he is doomed and with Static Stormed.
He really is doomed. That's
very dead.
They have glimpse available here.
It's level 3. They have the glimpse, and that's going to pull back Costa Villa. Doesn't have a Sunder to work with, and he doesn't have life to work with, as he'll end up losing this duel. Philocura looking next. T1, this is the aggression we were looking for in game number 2, as they just don't let off the gas. Ooh, over to the side, Dragon Tail looking to get the kill here on a Cuckoo. And they've got a lockdown to get this kill on a Cuckoo. I don't even think about chasing into this.
I mean, they're going to smoke, but again, how close to Ravage now? 18 seconds. That's the big moment. If they can get a good Ravage off here and maybe get onto the backline with the Disruptor and the Keeper, that's their best chance. Carl's
Dragon Tail, the guy, Arrow, as well as the Aether Remnant, but they've got themselves the press the attack. They'll get the duel into Costa Villa. They get the kill to Tabo. They'll take out this DK. They have the glimpse, and they get the duel. There's the Ravage, but is it even going to be enough? There's so much there on Costa Villa. There's just no chance he survives. They've already taken out 3 on the side of SG, and they're going to look for 4 now, 5, make it a full team wipe. ADR drops last, and T1 take no prisoners as they just clean up and dump out SG.
It's going to be 2 sets of racks at least here. I mean, SG, this is their tournament life, so they need to keep fighting here. It's a difficult scenario, but, you know, they'll give it everything they've got.
Now, unfortunately, now they're working with a TV without Metamorphosis for 75 seconds, no Ravage for 105, and you're fighting into Zephyr's new Ags. Feels like an impossible task for SG. Showed off a little bit with that game 2, but this game 3 has been a big opposite to what that game 2 was. In 23 on a mega kill streak, getting the kill on a Tavo.
This Doom build's so cool. I don't know how they kill anybody.
Onto the tier 3, looking for megas. They'll just tap out. They'll call GG, and T1 they'll eliminate SG Esports. Not without bringing this series to game 3, but 3 games wasn't enough for SG and was for T1.
I think they had that glimmer of hope though with the game 2, right? And I think that could give them confidence moving forward that they can mix with the big teams as well.